to the next item on our agenda, which is the solid waste disposal. And I think Mr. Cathcart is going to speak to that. Alan, are you there?
I am muted and okay, here I am. What I'd like to do is basically introduce one of the new team players. I think everybody understands Public Works has been through a significant transition over the past 6 months. And we've had a vacancy in this position for the solid waste recycling. However, Melissa Simoncini, who is a member of our staff, has sort of taken the lead over the last few months. She's worked closely with Anna Trout, Paul Reinhardt, and Bob Hill on sort of managing the program, has a pretty good handle of it. And I thought it'd be helpful if she were to present to the group. Melissa has the presentation prepared. And I thought you'd hear from me on the water and wastewater side. So it might be good for the group to hear directly from someone who's been sort of more intimately involved, if that's okay, Chad.
Thank you. Melissa, take it away.
All right, thank you very much. Let me get the presentation up and going. All right, that should do it. Just want to take a quick moment to thank the board and other CPW staff for being here. I'm hopefully going to give you a nice brief overview of Article 17, the Solid Waste Disposal Fund expenditures. Nothing has really changed in the program since last year, so it should be all pretty routine. The program consists of two major components: the curbside collection and disposal, which includes solid waste and recycling, along with our drop-off days that we host twice a year, and the operation and maintenance of the landfill and compost site. Here's just a quick overview of our curbside program. As many of you know, the curbside program is almost entirely rate funded, with some smaller initiatives with smaller state grants. While the trash and recycling is not technically an enterprise fund, it runs much in the same fashion and doesn't receive funding from the real estate bills. Concord offers a pay-as-you-throw program, which encourages recycling and discourages trash generation. Our program's actually been a model from a number of other communities because we still have dual stream recycling at this point, which has been proven to be rather environmentally sound and allows us to have a better market for our recycling goods. The curbside program also includes household hazardous waste collection, which I'll get into in a moment. Is rather economical. We have billing just twice a year with easy online payment, and now been able to offer the online purchase of barrel stickers and disposal tags. Let's see. And just a couple metrics on how we're doing. This is our tonnage, also known as the weight of waste that we put into the waste stream. You'll see that municipal solid waste, the green line, which is pretty much your trash, that line has been pretty static over the number of years, even though our subscription rates increased. So we have more subscribers, but we've kept our tonnage relatively stable. So that's great. And you also see that recyclables over the last number of years has slowly been decreasing. This is a trend that you're seeing with almost all communities. It's really due to the fact that plastics that people are throwing away are a lot more lightweight. They're not as thick as they used to be. And people are transitioning away from typical paper media like newspapers and magazines to having stuff more available electronically. Let's see, I think that does it for that one. And here's some of the real meat, our cost to the subscribers. Our curbside program consists of two different types of fees: a collection fee, which covers the cost to collect the material and pick it up from your house, and then the disposal fee. Over the last number of years of the program, the disposal fee has remained the same. We haven't had to have an increase. But over the last number of years, the last 2 years with the recycling market and the fact that there's really no market for our paper, where we used to actually get money for all of our paper, now we have to pay money to take it away. We had to increase the disposal fee for the first time in a number of years. So that is about an average yearly increase of about just over $30 per subscriber. And we also want to make sure that our program offers a good value. And when we poll the other haulers that worked in town for similar services, we actually came in about $50 to $100 less than other competitors. There are some reasons that people still choose to go with a competitor. Something could be as simple as they want their trash picked up on a specific day of the week, and the town can't offer that type of customized service. Or they want the hauler to be able to drive down their long driveway to pick their trash right up at their garage, wherever they're storing it. And that's something that our program can't offer. Let's see. I think that's what I had there. And this is where things can start to get fun or interesting. I'm not sure which one you call it, depending on who you are. But the town's contract with waste management runs through the end of FY21. So we've been working on starting to pull other communities, seeing what the industry is doing to properly position us to begin contract negotiations soon. Based on what we've seen from other communities out west, the current recycling markets and regional landfill closures, we can expect to see some rate increases next year, but we really have a good opportunity to bring the program up to speed. And we're lucky town manager Crane had gone through this with his previous community because their contracts were being renewed last year. So I think we have some good opportunities, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can make happen for the town. And just a brief overview of kind of some of our main functions that have been affected by the virus. One of our big events that we hold twice a year, we had to cancel our spring drop-off, swap-off, which was supposed to be just this last weekend, but we are planning on having a fall event in October. Batteries, bulbs, and mercury, typically people were able to drop those off right at CPW, but because we're not staffed and can't properly store them, right now we're asking people just to hang tight, and as soon as we open, we'll be able to figure out how we can safely offer year-round disposal of those items with us. Household hazardous waste, which all of our curbside customers can attend one event a year at the Minuteman facility in Lexington. The last two events in April and May have been canceled, but we still have 6 other events going on throughout the year at the Lexington facility. And then we also have our one event here in Concord that we host every other year, which will be in September this year. And we're excited that we were able to open up the compost site on a kind of limited basis. We extended our hours to make it allow more time for people to come. And right now it's open on Fridays and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3. Unfortunately, we don't have the paint shed open at this time because it requires too much close contact, and we're not handing out the new stickers yet for this year because that would require us to have a lot of interaction with the attendees. Once social distancing restrictions are lifted, we'll figure out when we revert back to our normal schedule of Saturdays and Wednesdays, we'll open up the paint shed and we'll get those residential stickers out to customers. This is just a quick photo of some of the social distancing that people have been doing. Everybody's been very respectful. We've been thankful for that, which has allowed us to continue to operate the site. also kind of with all the recent wind, it's been nice because not only does the highway and grounds help us operate the compost site, they also use it for storage of, all those branches that they're picking up all over town, and they bring them there to be chipped. And with that said, I think I've lost my page here, but I'd be happy to take any questions that the board has. And this has been a relatively routine item over the last number of years. So thank you for your time.
So Melissa, if you could unshare your screen, then people can see the full grid of participants. Thank you. I have one question. In our house, we would love to be seeing a curbside pickup of compostable materials. There is a business in town that's operating, Black Earth. Neighbor of mine subscribes to the service. I may well subscribe. Would it be possible for the town to partner with a company like that and offer their service as an add-on to the waste pickup? Because I think it would be popular. I think if it were part of or somehow added to the service matrix, people would be all over it, and there would be a lot less in the municipal waste stream because a lot of what goes into that is compostable material.
I agree, and that's definitely something that we're looking into. I think it's something almost about a quarter of people's waste is food waste, and there are a lot of other towns who are doing similar things, and we're all pooling our ideas, but we're on board, and it'll help us meet Concord and the state of Massachusetts meet the waste reduction goals.
Thank you. Anyone else from the committee have any questions about this item? Okay. Well, thank you, Melissa.